Hi, it's Alex Gregg from the Dolinski group, and in this video I wanted to show you how to navigate and use the Flex MLS Lite website. This allows you to do some what I would call quick and dirty searching. You'll basically be able to look for homes that have recently hit the market, as well as any homes that have been on the market that are still for sale. This website is the forward-facing user interface that gives you direct access to the MLS here, which is the website every single real estate agent here in Lansing uses. So I think it's one of the most beneficial things you can do over accessing something like Zillow or Realtor, because you have the most up-to-date, real-timely data and information. With that said, let's go ahead and get started on how to use it. You should see on your screen the MLS website, basically, and on the far left of the website there, you have the ability to go ahead and search for some properties and start looking. These are basically all your filter criteria that you could even possibly think of that you might want to pull up and take a look at and filter properties based on. So one of the biggest things for most people, because I do deal specifically in the residential market, and I don't really deal with the whole rental, commercial, and vacant land. I'm going to go ahead and go down to property type and select residential. The second thing to really get the most use out of this platform is to go ahead and make sure active is the only one that is selected. Active backup means the property has an offer on it already, but is taking backup offers in the event a home falls through. Contingent is obviously the home has an offer on it, but it's contingent on something. That could be a home inspection. Typically, it's a contingency on a home being able to sell. And then pending is basically they've gone through everything. They're pretty much waiting to just close. They've gone through inspections and all that stuff. So, in order to get the most use of your time, I recommend that you just make sure that active is the only one that is selected. And the next one that I find is most people obviously want to go ahead and search for 3 bedrooms or more. You can search for more based on the number of bedrooms that you're looking for. And then property subtype is another one. If you're not looking to live in a condo, make sure that you only select single family residence there. And then again, you can go ahead and look, price is another one I know that people are concerned about. Let's say we're shopping under, I don't know, 300,000, but above 225. And we'll find whatever house is perfect in that price range. And just for the sake of purpose, I'll go ahead and just change this for 4-bedroom. And then as you can see, I have 233 results right here. Right up here at the top underneath where it says public property search is where it'll tell you how many properties match your search criteria. And then when you're done, you can actually hit view results. But I'm going to say I also want to live on 1 acre of land. You can put in a quarter of an acre, so 0.25 is how you would want to put it. Year built, I say I want to make it post 1995. I'm looking for a newer build. I'm not concerned with the number of bathrooms. I mean, maybe I am. Let's say 2 to make sure that we're being functional here. And as you can see, this number is getting smaller and smaller. By adding those, I went down from the 233, I think I was, to just 33. And then one of the other things that I really love about this feature, that I'm not sure how easy it is to use on the other platforms like Zillow and Realtor, but is this open house feature. I can come in here and I can actually type in this box, let's just say 7 days until the next open house, and that'll actually, so there's none, just because of the that match my criteria that I guess are holding an open house. It looks like in the next couple of days. But that's one of the great features that I really love about this platform, is the ability to go ahead and see what open houses are coming up that match your criteria, so that you can go ahead and go to open houses. So I'll come back to that because I do want to show it to you, but for the sake, I just want to go ahead and hit view properties. So this goes ahead and views my properties. This is what it's going to look like as soon as you hit view properties. Now, if you want to go back and you say, oh shoot, I only want 3 bedrooms, not 4, you can go ahead and hit this edit search button up top. Takes you right back to the same screen. So, and then I will go ahead and hit view results. And then I'm viewing these results here that I can see, hey, here's all the houses that match what I'm looking for. Maybe not, but if there's a certain thing that we want to do to search or to sort, we can certainly do that as well. So we can come up here and we can say new or recently changed first, or we can come up here and say the price that's the highest. So we want to, or lowest, we want to, we want to try to match our home requirements, but we want to come in at a lower price. Status, hopefully if you hit active, they should all just be active. And then we have our city, bedrooms, and baths that you can search for. And then we can go ahead. So this is currently in list view. It usually shows one picture and a bunch of other information on the property. If we go ahead and click over into the detail section, we can actually see information about the house on the property. This is what we call our MLS line sides. This is basically all of our MLS information that Zillow pulls from or Realtor.com pulls from. They pull all of this information here, and you can sure bet this is going to be the most up-to-date and this is going to be the most accurate information that is available about the property. And so as you can see, there's quite a bit of information here on the property, so you know what appliances are included, you know what kind of a basement it's got. A lot of this information is information that Zillow doesn't tell you, or Realtor.com doesn't tell you. I don't, maybe it's because they don't want to, maybe it's because they can't. I know there's some issues with data integration and stuff like that, but and that's why I think it's super important to go direct to the source, because you can look at all this information. You can go to the taxable, you can see the taxable value and you can see the taxes, and you can do all this stuff. And like I find most people will go to the assessor's record or look it up online to try to find the taxes, and it's all right here. You don't have to go to a separate website to look up half of this, like, a majority of this information that you might otherwise if you're using, say Zillow or something like that. And then the last thing that I want to kind of, on the detail page anyway, the last thing I want to show you is this calculator here. If you're curious and you want to know, you can do some assumptions here in terms of if you know your interest rate, let's say it's at 5.25%. And you know that that's your purchase price and you plan on putting only 5% down. You can calculate your monthly payment. Of course, this is does not include, obviously here is based on specified interest rate, and it may not include all the costs you have to pay, and it doesn't necessarily include your property taxes. But you can come back here and just add the property taxes into that right there, about $200 a month, and now your mortgage payment for the year. So like I said, the last thing I did want to go back to is the search. I do want to go back to this because the other thing is, there's two things, is I want to talk about the open houses, and then I want to actually talk about our ability to, you might have some specific requirements, and you might notice that the search criteria isn't quite beneficial to you, and you have other special requirements. Well, one of the things we can do is we can actually add these fields to narrow our search results. And if it loads, well, let's go to the open house part here. Let's see if anything is available in the next 7 days. So there we go. I did find some stuff, open houses there available in the next 7 days. It looks like I got 21 results, and so I can see what open houses are going on in the next 7 days. So that's, to me, that's really cool. And then if you look in this upper bar here where it says open house, you can go ahead and click on open house. You can see the time and the date, and you can see who's hosting it, and you can give them a call if you'd like. Okay, well, with that said, that's basically trying to see if this loads, and we're not loading. But the last thing before I go off, I want to show you, if you have any questions at any time, you felt like this video wasn't comprehensive enough, there's this little help button right here. You can click on it at any time, and it'll actually open up a dialog box that will allow you to view all of this information for you, so that you can look at how to edit information, and that'll basically really help you learn how to use all of the things, all the tools, what all the information means, and that sort of stuff. And then here we go, to add fields. So you can search for anything that you could possibly think of that you might want to search for. We can search for appliances, so we can say house must include a dishwasher. I don't think you can search for stuff like that on Zillow or Realtor.com. You might say you want a certain type of basement. You might want certain type of counters and certain type of exterior. There's so much here, extras, first floor laundry. You can even select the number of fireplaces and the type of fireplaces, the garage. There's so much more here that you can search for and that you can add to the search features that you're just not going to be able to on a lot of those popular search sites. And I know that this website's not as user friendly as something like Zillow, but I think that this Flex MLS, the light version, certainly allows you to do some quick and dirty searching. The only caveat is that it makes it difficult to save searches. And so if you're looking to save searches and if you're looking to save homes, for that you would need to get access to a portal account. And for that you would need to request access with a Lansing or your local real estate agent. Happy to help you out doing that if you haven't created a portal account already. But that concludes our video here on using the Flex MLS Lite.